All right, welcome back, Irish fans. Breaking down Braves Boys podcast. Coming at you after Notre Dame's nice win against Western Michigan. Big blowout win, 85-52 is the score right now, and I'm sure a couple of points will get tacked on. But Notre Dame's reserves are in now with about 30 seconds left in the game. Figured I'd start it a little early. Notre Dame took care of business tonight. This isn't a big surprise. This isn't some season-changing result, but Notre Dame took care of business tonight just like they should have. I think they covered 21, which is the second game they've covered this year. So good for them, exceeding expectations a little bit. But overall, all Notre Dame seniors had really good nights, except for Trey Wirtz. And then Blake Wesley had a good night. A couple other guys made some nice contributions throughout the game. And Matt Zona got that and one layup in the last few seconds. So fun night for Notre Dame. Haven't had too many of those lately. Got to empty the bench a little bit, except for Elijah Taylor and Alex Wade. Alex Wade is a freshman walk-on. I thought he would got in instead of Wirtz, but I guess Wirtz was in a little bit of a slump. But it's definitely interesting that Elijah Taylor wasn't in. Don't want to speculate at all, but maybe he's injured. Maybe he's in the doghouse for the BC thing or another thing. Don't want to speculate. We'll wait for more from Mike Bray on that. But that'll definitely be something to monitor and something I'll keep you guys in the loop on, whether it's on Twitter, Instagram, or here at some point. Just liked what I saw from pretty much everybody. Trey Wirtz didn't shoot the ball very well. Not super worried about it. Start with Prentice Hub. Had 9 points, 50% from the field. A little over that from 3 for 5. But overall, I thought Prentice was pretty solid. I think people need to give him a lot more credit for not forcing things. Like last year, forced a lot of bad shots when he wasn't in a rhythm. This year, it seems like he's really matured, and the shots he's missing when he's not hitting are good shots, and he's getting his teammates involved more than he has in the past, the last 2 years at least. And I just think Prentice he's matured in some parts of his game, and if he starts hitting shots, I think he'll be better than he has been in the last 2 years. Dane Goodwin hit 1,000 points tonight, had 18 points, was Notre Dame's leading scorer, 5 rebounds, 6 for 10, 4 for 6 from 3. Overall, a good night from him. Don't expect really anything else against the Western Michigan team that isn't very good. Notre Dame beat it by 33 points. Don't expect much else from that. Dane Goodwin, good night though, and we haven't really said that. We haven't said otherwise pretty much the whole year. Dane Goodwin's been really good. And Indiana, I think, was a little bit of an outlier for him. He had some big shots down the stretch, but really couldn't get going, and his efficiency wasn't great. But Dane Goodwin, another good performance tonight. Prentice Hub, solid tonight. Couldn't turn the corner as much as I would have liked him to. I think he needs to get to the rim more to get himself out of this slump rather than just jacking threes. But maybe there's an extenuating circumstance there with an injury or something. We'll see. Blake Wesley, his night is going to be defined by that big dunk he had, and a lot of that should be true. Like, yeah, that was insane. I don't think I've seen a Notre Dame guy do that in a long time outside of him. But his defense was really good tonight, and that's my main takeaway from it. He was on Western Michigan's main guy, Norman Jr., and what's his name, Lamar? Yeah, Lamar Norton Jr. And Blake Wesley he was in his face the whole game, moving his feet, wouldn't let him get by him. Overall, I think Blake was really good on the defensive end, even though Norton did get his. He's going to get his. He's the best player on the team and one of the best players on the floor. Probably would start for Notre Dame. Paul Atkinson. Oh, Blake Wesley I want to touch on a little more too. I think tonight was a microcosm of freshman Blake Wesley. We're going to have games where Blake doesn't make many mistakes, but tonight you're going to see some shot chucking, airball to 3, made a few plays that I don't think he'll make when he's older. Didn't look all that confident shooting it at times, but still finished 6 for 13, 3 for 9, 33% isn't horrible. Finished with 15 points. They're asking him to be Superman, and he's a freshman. And it's tough to be Superman as a freshman, especially when you've played at not a super high level of high school. I think Blake is going to be just fine. I mean, he is fine. Like, he's maybe Notre Dame's best player right now. I'd say he's their best player. But some of the freshman mistakes are reoccurring, and I think Notre Dame fans need to just get used to that. He's a freshman, and I think he'll get better as time goes on in those aspects of shot chucking and turning it over a little bit. But you're still going to see the dunks. You're still going to see the threes in people's faces and him creating his own shot. So you take the lumps with Blake right now and hope that he does improve on what he needs to improve on it. I am confident he will. Paul Atkinson had a big night. Wouldn't expect anything less against this caliber of team, this caliber of front court. 5 for 10, 7 for 9 from the line, 17 points. Was actually out-rebounded by Blake Wesley. And I think Nate out-rebounded him too. Nate out-rebounded him too. But Paul Atkinson looks a lot more comfortable. I'd like to see against Duke. That's a big extreme going from Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, and Western Michigan to Duke. But I'd like to see what he does against more physical ACC-type big men. He looked good against Indiana's bigs and looked good tonight. So good stepping stone for Paul Atkinson. Let's hope he can continue the good numbers and just looking controlled and not being outmatched athletically drastically like we've seen in the past from him. Nate Laszewski, 8 points, 3 for 5, 2 for 3 from 3, 6 rebounds, and overall looked solid, looked confident. And that's really what I want to see from Nate at this point. He's a shooter. I don't know if he's going to be much else for you offensively, especially with the guard-dominant offense Notre Dame has. I don't know that Nate Laszewski is going to be a super high-volume guy who's going to go get his own shot much, get to the rim much. But if he's shooting the ball confidently and he's getting open looks, then that's just fine, and that's what we saw from him tonight. Saw him be okay on the glass. We're going to need to see him do that more against high major opponents, but he was fine tonight, I thought. Cormac Ryan really got going late, kind of in garbage time. Let's really hope that he can carry that over into some other games. We've seen him do big things against ACC opponents, and they're going to need him to. Like I said last game, they're going to need Cormac to do the big things rather than just the little things. And he wasn't doing it for a while tonight, but really got it going late. And let's hope he can carry that into Texas A&M Corpus Christi on Wednesday and Pitt, Duke, and so on after that, because they're going to need him. They're going to need one of these senior guards, maybe two, to step up from where they're playing right now, other than Dane Goodwin. Trey Wirtz needs to step up. 2 points, 1 for 4, 0 for 3. They're going to need Trey Wirtz to start hitting shots more. I noticed that him and Blake were running the offense a lot more than Prentice was at the 1, but Trey is going to need to give him more production scoring-wise. It's fine if he has games like this once in a while. And he did have a good game against Kentucky. I think I can't quite remember how he was against Indiana, but he's fine. Let me see if I have it in my notes. It's probably right up there. I don't think he had 3 points against Indiana, so maybe 5. But I think they're going to need a little more from him consistently. But if he's going to be able to control the offense like he did tonight and get other guys looks, then I guess that's fine. He had 5 assists. So if Trey Wirtz is under control like that and can hit shots once in a while and hit the open threes he has, which he didn't do tonight, I'm going to be completely fine with it. If Trey Wirtz finishes as like an 8-point-per-game scorer, but he's hitting open shots and controlling the offense, that's completely fine. But overall, good performance by Notre Dame, 33-point win. You don't see that too much against the Western Michigan team with some good guards who I wasn't super concerned about, but I was a little concerned about Artist White and Norman. I don't know why I keep saying Norman. There were some good guards, and good guards can win you a lot of basketball games. They didn't tonight. Notre Dame just complete domination from start to finish, the 10-0 run, and then not much else after that for Western Michigan. So big night for Notre Dame. Overall, I don't think there's anything else I want to hit. Be back Wednesday for Texas A&M Corpus Christi. And ACC Network, stop scheduling Notre Dame basketball games at the same time as Bears games. You got 3 more weeks. Thank you. But on a serious note, thank you guys for watching. I'll have a post game for Texas A&M Corpus Christi on Wednesday, and hopefully we get a step up from Trey Wirtz. See Blake Wesley a little more composed then, and please, Mike Bray, play the bench. We need to look at some of these young guys. Like, you're not going to get a good evaluation in 4 minutes against their third stringers. So if Bray can get them in there, that would be nice. And I'd love an update on Elijah Taylor in his post-game presser. I'll be sure to tweet it out or put it on Instagram if he does say anything. So thank you guys for watching. Go Irish. And I will be back on Wednesday night talking to you guys about Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Peace.